matters to you. It matters a lot, and it should, because you came specifically intending to be a creator out here on this leading edge where thoughts do turn to things, where manifestations do occur, where you have the full-blown visceral experience of your creation. You did not come here to get into a meditative stance and stay there. You came here to revel in the exhilarating excellence of your own creative ability. And so we just want to help you to understand the basics of how the universe works so that you can get in sync with these laws, so that you can be happier more of the time, and so that you can be the aligned, the blended, the complete being that you are. You were source energy before you came into this physical body, and now that you are here, your personality, your consciousness, and most of all, your point of focus, what you are thinking about, causes you to activate a vibrational frequency. Now that frequency, you don't even know you're doing it, but you are. That frequency is having a relationship with the frequency of your inner being. Some call it your soul, the source within you. And so the relationship between what you're thinking about and the vibration of it, and what the source within you is thinking about and the vibration of it, that's what equals your emotion. Your emotional guidance system is all about that. When you are really in sync with what source knows about you, and we don't mean about you before you got here, we don't mean about you from your non-physical stance, we don't mean you, the eternal you that is always hanging around in non-physical and occasionally coming forth into physical. We're not talking about that you. We're talking about the you right now who is having an experience with someone or something and who has an opinion about it right here, right now. That's the relationship that we want you to be aware of, because source is with you now, aware of where you are now, of what you want now, of where you are emotionally or vibrationally, where you are. In other words, do you believe what you want? Are you talking about what you want, or are you talking about it not ever coming? Are you talking about things that feel good to you, or are you talking about things that feel bad to you? Because if you're talking about things that feel bad to you when you're talking about them, then you have found a vibrational stance that is different than the vibrational stance that Source has about the same subject in the same time. And this is important for you to know, because this guidance is real time. It's real time and it's real. It's source energy. It's all those who've come before, who are aware of you, who are adoring you, who are rooting for you, who know where you stand in relationship to everything you want, and who are calling you along what we are wanting to call the path of most allowance, but calling it the path of least resistance means the same thing. Calling you toward what you are wanting. So why is it a path of least resistance? What causes us to express it to you in that way? Where does the resistance come from? Why is there even any resistance? Because you have thrown up resistance. You've put the resistance on your path. And Source is calling you through your own resistance. Does that make sense to you? In other words, we could say to you, in fact we do all day, every day, what you want is over there. And if you will go over there, and if you will go now, you'll find a piece of it, and you'll like it now, and it will lead to something more. But you don't go because you're ornery. Or you don't go because you're worried about something. Or you don't go because you're in a different vibrational frequency, so you don't hear the precise, specific guidance, because you're not tuned to that kind of frequency. But that doesn't keep Source from calling you toward what you're wanting. We like to call that your inner being, that broader part of you that knows where you stand in relationship with what you want. So sometimes when you are in a darker place or in a frustrated place, if you're feeling those negative emotions, what that means is you're not hearing it exactly as Source is saying it to you, but you are hearing it, and you want to be very clear about this, you are always moving to some degree on your own path of least resistance. We just want to say to you, you you've got way more resistance on your path than you need to have, and you're putting every bit of it there. And so, as we are moving forward here today, I'm going to show you how you can lighten up, how you can be easier, how you can tune into the frequency of who you are. I want to help you to discover in very real terms so that you can apply it whenever you want to, which, from our point of view, if we were standing in your physical shoes, would be all of the time, so that you can tune to the frequency of that broader knowing. So I want to tell you some things to sort of whet your appetite for what comes next, because we know that if you knew right now what we know right now, you'd be wanting to listen to what we're about to say to you, because it would help you be so much more effective in creating your own reality exactly the way you want it to be. When you are standing in your now, offering your attention to whatever it is you're offering your attention to, you have much more creative control than you know. But you are using a different criteria than is really helpful to you. If your first order of business would be to tune to your broader perspective, everything about your world would be better and feel better and mature in ways that you want more effectively and more efficiently. So I want to help you to understand how it is that the vibration that is really what we are all about turns into the tangible, which you call your real world. How do these thoughts turn to things? How does the vibration become the manifestation? It comes through your interpretation. It comes through your realization. But most humans aren't really all that willing to realize until there is a manifestation that you can observe. And that's what slows everything